Hello and welcome back to Mr. Orth's Flipped Classroom for Grammar. Today, a look at simple subjects. First, our learning targets. I can define simple subject and I can identify simple subjects in sentences. Our definitions. First, simple subject is the main word or words in the complete subject. How do we find that? Number one has not changed. First, always find the verb, all parts of it. Because you find one, it doesn't mean you're done. Number two, ask who or what followed by the verb. This is part of my larger idea that, quite simply, we don't have the right answers most times in life because we don't ask the correct questions. Or even more frightening, we don't ask questions at all. If you want to find the simple subject, don't just look at it and say that noun looks important. Find the verb and ask who or what followed by the verb. If the verb is, who or what is. The answer to that question, typically one word, should be the simple subject. Be mindful to watch out for objects of prepositions. If it's to him, the him is the object. Him is not going to be a simple subject. If a word, such as a noun or pronoun, comes after a preposition, finishes that thought, that word cannot be your simple subject. Also, remember that here and there can never be simple subjects either. First example, the neighbors signed the petition. So what's the verb? The verb is signed. To ask that question, we need to find the question of who signed. The neighbors, we said last lesson, is a complete subject. But what word is more important? Which one answers the question? The signed or neighbor signed? The correct answer is neighbors. Neighbors is your simple subject. The simply is a word describing neighbors. Again, complete subject is the simple subject and other words with it. So if you found the complete subject, within that must be your simple subject. Second example. All right, the first book in the series is better than the rest. What's the verb? The verb is is. Is what? Is better than the rest. So our question is who or what is better than the rest? Well, the first book in the series is the complete subject. We need to find one word in that. So the first is better than the rest. The book is better than the rest. The series is better than the rest. Well, we can eliminate the word series because that comes after in. It's a preposition. Therefore, we can actually cross it out. The first book is better than the rest. So we're back to the question of which one's the actual noun, first or book. In this sentence, first is describing the book. So book is a simple subject. This lesson, go ahead and take time. If you want to preview the practice, you may do so before you come to class and work through it. Still find the verb. Again, I recommend circling the verb. For simple subjects, if you so choose, I recommend underlining simple subject and putting SS for simple subject over the top of that. It's really important that in most cases when we don't understand what's happening in a sentence, whether it be grammar or simply reading comprehension, the odds are fairly good we haven't correctly identified the subject and the verb. It's not necessarily a vocabulary problem, sometimes it's a comprehension issue. So start by finding verb, then simple subject in every sentence if you feel confused. Good hunting!